Mighty Mouse.
Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen to Street League at Fullsend. We're going to be doing some tiny whoop racing. A little bit out of our wheelhouse in the past, but we're going to try to bring it in because tiny whoop racing is a ton of fun for everyone. We're going through practice right now, and it looks like we just finished up our round here, so that's going to be it for those... Oh, no, not yet. We're still waiting on one to finish up. But then after this, we're going to be kicking off our last round of practice and then kicking off into main heats. So stick around with us because it'll be a good time. Still nothing? Maybe that's not the correct one. Can you check audio levels for me if you would? I'll make sure we got this right. Oh, music's loud? Okay. Alright, check, check, check. Hopefully our audio is good. We want to make sure we got it listenable. Music should be pretty quiet, so I'm not sure why it seems so loud. My audio levels are not showing that for some reason. Got everyone? Looks like we're still waiting on one. Bumper's gonna do me a favor and let me know when he's ready. Check, check, check. There we go. This is about what it's at. And of course the music stops right as we're trying to check audio. That figures. Yeah. Okay. We ready? We ready? Oh, okay. Waiting on one still. It's got the mop bucket for mop bucket. We got a thumb here. We're gonna, and then we've got an unthumb. The famous inverted thumb. Oh. I don't know. Does it not show it? Doesn't. That. Alright, looks like we got some... There it is. We got 3 pilots. We're going to kick this off. Here we go, pilots. On the high tone. And there it is. They are off and away. Looks like our hole shot is going to go to Trash Biz. He's going to be followed closely by Mop Bucket with a 3-second hole shot. Hornycorn, we didn't get a read from him, but that may just be the timer, so I'm going to go ahead and add a lap for him. Ah, yeah, it looks like our reading's off for him. That's all right.
TRASHBISS, lap 1.
There it is. Looks like Trash Biz is going to be our leader so far, but a hard crash from him going to send him down. Mop Bucket trying to sweep up the remains. Looks like Trash Biz is back in the air, though, as Mop Bucket comes around the slalom, trying to chase him down into that dive. Nice tower from Mop Bucket, but it looks like Trash Biz already into the torpedo, coming down and through the start-finish. Mop Bucket on his way there as well, makes it through. It's going to be a nice clean lap from him. He's chasing Trash Biz down, but Trash Biz is not going to let go of this one. He's sitting about 6 seconds ahead right now. And he goes on to his third. One more lap for him. Mop Bucket is still chasing, slow but steady. I wouldn't call him the snail because he's kind of hauling through here, but he's definitely invincible, making absolutely no mistakes around the slalom. Trash Biz, meanwhile, down through the tunnel, up through the torpedo, coming down and around through our start finish, and he's going to be our winner for this last heat of practice. Mop Bucket trying to keep it nice and clean, make sure he has the track on lock. Yeah, makes it through there with a little bit of extra credit. But that's going to be it for Mop Bucket as well, getting his 4th lap. We're going to be waiting on Hornycorn to finish out his last lap here as well. And that's going to round out our heats. How's it sound?
Horny_corn.
All right, and that's going to be it for that round. We're going to go ahead and save those laps. Looks like we got everybody. And that's going to bring us into our points rounds here. So give us a second while we set that up, and then we're going to kick off the real racing. And for those of you on the stream, ignore the points on the stream. It's not legitimate. That was just practice. Yeah, we got the retro vibes going on here. Usually we shoot for 6. Yeah.
We get kicked out at 11, so we're running.
Okay. Alright, so heats. This is the unfortunate thing, is now I get to go delete all of the classes and races. So we're going to generate a new random set of, which is, you know, it is what it is. What, you can use that computer to actually move build a theme in it. Dope. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Generate. Now we got our heat. Yeah. I'd like to move the banner. It is covering. Here, I'll move it and you tell me if it's good. Yeah.
You got to get it out of the track, but the distance to the camera is good. Just move it that way as much as possible. All right, pilots, we're making a little change to that banner. That's after the slalom, so please take a look at it and make sure you don't hit that during the point rounds. Thank you. Looks good.
Yeah, that's perfect. I wish we had another USB port though. Not super tough. Many clicks it could take. Alright, let's see. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. And they're off and away. This is going to be the first round of points rounds. And it looks like right off the rip, we had... our purple pilots. Sometimes the low camera angle does work out just fine, but right now it looks like the Bits is going to be coming on to his next lap. And he's going to go down, but may be able to come back up. We'll see. Looks like he may have lost a motor there. Oh, cartage all around the field. We're down to just one pilot. That's going to be Mighty Mouse playing the slow but steady game. He's having some success with it so far. Working out pretty well for him. Engage is going to be sitting in first place though right now after he gets up, makes it into the tunnel, manages to squeeze his way through there. It's a bit of a tight fit, but he pulls it off just fine. Meanwhile, Mighty Mouse is going to be coming around onto his first lap.
Mighty Mouse, lap 1.
A solid 105 from him. Looks like Engage is going to be coming around to complete his second lap, so now on to lap 3. And it looks like he's going down again. A little bit of trouble, a little bit of pressure here as the points matter. Now, these pilots aren't just racing each other. They're also going to be end up being racing the entire field. So their overall time is going to make a difference here as to whether or not they get a significant amount of points. When we show the overall points score here in a moment, you're going to see that these pilots are going to be first through third, but that's going to change. The other pilots are going to have the option to, or the opportunity to bump them down. And it looks like we've lost Engage. And we've lost the bits yet again. But Mighty Mouse keeping that slow and steady pace. He knows what he's comfortable with. He knows what he can do. And sometimes, at least in this format, the Street League format, it's really going to be about knowing what your pace is and making sure that you can actually execute it. And he's kind of exemplifying that here as he goes on to his third lap. Looking nice and smooth and solid from him. DeBit's managing to stay up, though, despite some of the mishaps that he's had before. Comes out into our torpedo section, down through that and into our finish gate, or more like at our finish gate. Almost trying to attack it there. Makes it through.
Bits, lap 4. Winner is _bits.
There we go. Had a little bit of an extra read from him there, but that's okay. We managed to scrub it just fine. So it looks like DeBit's right now in the #1 spot. Mighty Mouse still trying to get past that position that Engage was able to do.
Winner is _bits.
And there it is. DeBits is going to be your winner for our first points round, rounding out 4 laps. Mighty Mouse is going to be pushing for that 4th lap. That's going to be big for him. He could have several pilots running faster than him, but as long as he finishes all 4 laps, he can still beat them in points for the round. And it looks like he's going to call it there. That's going to be it for our pilots. We're going to go ahead and marshal that, make sure that we got our times correct. Say again. Okay. Okay, got that. Anyone else that looks wrong? Mighty Mouse, I've got 4. Oh, unfortunate.
Mighty Mouse, you gave 3 laps? 3 laps? All right. Yep, we got Mighty Mouse's time. DeBits bringing it home with autograph. 3 minutes, 21 seconds. Or 3 minutes, 16 seconds, 4 lapper. There we go. That's our first time on the board today. Well, that means right now you're in first. All right. Round 2 is we have bumper, horny-corn, and van. Going up. I'll get channels in 1 second.
All right, and that's going to be it for round #1. Round #2, let's go ahead and bring up those pilots again. It's going to be Bumper in the orange, Hornycorn in green, and Stinky in the purple. This race is going to be brought to you by Fullsend FPV. They've been so kind as to host our racing endeavors here. We've been trying to make sure that we have our live streaming and race directing up to snuff in order to run some of the bigger races that we're hoping to do here in the future. So we just ran our first large-scale race in Las Vegas, and that was a grand old time. First race ever where pilots could earn street cred, the only credit that will be accepted to get to our Street League Racing finale later on this year. And we're going to be doing some Tiny Whoop stuff to make sure that we've got everything up to par, testing some of our new tech that we've got going. There it is. We've got thumbs from all pilots. Here we go. They are off and away with a little bit of carnage right off the rip.
Fingers, lap 1.
It looks like Stinky Finger's going to have that whole shot even though he crashed. Bumper, meanwhile, looks like he's going to be taking the lead as he tries to make it through that tunnel, misses it. Comes back through just fine, no harm, no foul as he comes through the torpedo section and already on to his second lap. That's a blazing fast lap for him, which our lap timer missed, so that's cool.
Bumper, lap 1.
He's going to be followed pretty closely by Hornycorn.
40_4, lap 2.
Looks like we got a false read from Hornycorn. Drop that off. And Stinky Fingers all over the place, trying to make sure he hangs in there. Sneaks it on through the start finish for his second lap. And it looks like this race right now is going to Stinky Fingers. I want to see Stinky Fingers and Lead Fingers race each other. I feel like there's a little bit of a rivalry going on with that name work going on, but right now it's going to be Bumper in the lead, hauling through this track. He's already completed 3 laps, trying to get to his 4th. We're going to see if the consistency is there. He's still got Stinky Fingers in this, though. Stinky Fingers a lap back, but if Bumper makes too fatal of a flaw, it could make all the difference here. And there it is, Stinky Fingers getting onto the same lap as Bumper. Is Bumper going to be able to finish this out? It may put him in first place. This looks like a first place pace. And there it is. That's going to be 4 laps for Bumper.
Winner is Bumper.
And he takes the win. He's going to be followed closely by Stinky Fingers. And the quad just went straight by my head. Let's go ahead and launch this bad boy from the live stream. Oh, I don't know. Oh, that was you. Okay, you already finished. Bumper decided to finish out the race and send a quad straight to my head. That's a good time.
40_4, lap 3.
There it is, and we've got our race finish. Actually, it looks like we still have one more. We got Hornycorn trying to finish out that lap. If he passes Stinky Fingers, I believe Stinky Fingers only has 3 laps right now. But we're going to check the race data to make sure. So as long as he can pull that off, that'll do it. Yeah, you're going fast, though, and that's the part that we enjoy. And there it is. Stinky Fingers, or Hornycorn, bringing it on in. And that's going to end the race for him. And that heat's going to go to Bumper, followed closely by Stinky Fingers, then Hornycorn, almost catching back up to Stinky Fingers. I'm going to look for some... That's all right. We got to do some marshalling anyway. Bumper, Red Queen. Sorry, 1 second. I'm still marshalling the last round. Alright, there we go. Alright, so that's going to be it. After marshalling, we're going to have our points update. So race results right now are going to be Hornycorn in first place, followed by Bumper. I'm not sure if that's right, actually. We'll double check that. Then it's going to be DeBits, Stinky Finger, Mighty Mouse, and Engage. We're going to do a quick little pilot swap here on our software, and then we'll get back to some racing. All right, there we go. So we got a little bit of a score update for you guys. Looks like we had an extra lap from Hornycorn. So that's going to be Bumper in the lead, getting 6 points here. Hornycorn with 5, DeBits with 4, Stinky with 3, Mighty Mouse with 2, and Engage with 1. It's all going to come down to those lap times, though. So the pilots in these next heats may be able to steal some of those points from them before the round is over. So we'll see if that manages to happen. And this next heat is going to be Leadfingers, Mop Bucket, and Trash Biz. I'm seeing goggles down on 2 of our pilots. We got 1 coming back from the line. We're going to be kicking this off shortly. Looks like we got a little bit of video issues, so we should have Leadfingers on E2, Mop Bucket on F7, and Trash Biz on E6. E6 for Trash Biz. Nice thing about drone racing, we got all sorts of ways to change video now where we didn't in the past. There used to be some push buttons. But now we're just waiting on our third pilot. We're going to let him get ready, let him get nice and settled before we kick off this next heat. We got 1 thumb, 2 thumbs already. These pilots are fast, not just on the track, but off the track as well. Here we go, pilots. We're going to be kicking this off momentarily. And they're off and away. Looks like Whole Shot's going to go to Leadfingers here. Well, we got a close race from all our pilots here. Looks like Leadfinger's going to lead Trash Biz through the tunnel, down and around the torpedo, through the start finish. We already got some close racing here. Trash Biz trying to catch up to Leadfingers. Mop Bucket rounding out 3rd place. And it looks like Trash Biz is going to go down. That's going to let Leadfingers come around the spiral, up through the tunnel tube, out through the torpedo, and down onto his second, finishing his 2nd lap, now onto his 3rd. Blazing through this course, Trash Biz is going to try to make sure that he can make a little bit of a recovery here. He doesn't have to necessarily beat Leadfingers. He's just trying to make sure that he's beating all the pilots. So he could push and try to beat Leadfingers, or he could try to keep the consistency, make sure that he gets the points that he needs so that he has the opportunity next time. Assuming he sets a 2nd place run here, he's only going to be 1 point back from Leadfingers. So that may give him the opportunity to pass him in a later heat. Right now, though, Leadfinger's looking unstoppable as he comes around the tower through the tunnel tube, and out the torpedo he goes. He's going to be finishing out his 4th lap, and that's going to be Leadfingers taking the win
Lap 4. Winner is
on heat number 3 with a blazing time of 129.36.
BISS lap 3.
You got 4? We'll get it back. We have the RS. And that's going to be it. It's going to be Leadfingers, Trash Biz, Mop Bucket finishing up here. Don't forget to finish your laps, though. It does matter. Your overall time does matter. So if you can fly more, you should fly more. But it looks like that's going to be it for everyone. Okay. Give me that's going to give you. Oh, it's not going to update, but it is in the results. So let's go. All right, so for Mop Bucket, that was a really solid round. That's going to put him in the 2nd place position, just behind Leadfingers. Bumper's going to be in the 3rd spot. Hornycorn in 4th. DeBits and then Trash Biz. Next heat is up. But we got to calculate it first, so give us a moment here, pilots.
Alright guys, pilots and Ace from that first round of points, that first point round. We got Leadfingers in first, Mop Bucket in second, Bumper in third, 44 in fourth, DeBits
signal. Give me a signal, show me a sign that there is a love force within you and I. 'Cause all of the love's gone, but I'm gonna try to find a way through to you on the other side. Just give me a signal. Can you get me home? Or will you lead me to another place before I overload? Back into the mess of all our broken ways. So can you lead me with that signal and pull me to where you stand? Or is this feeling on the brink of coming to the end? Just give me a signal.
All right. Here we go. There it is, and they are off and away. We got some nice clean laps from everybody so far. Right now, though, it looks like Stinky Fingers is going to be in the lead. A little bit of a faster pace than our other pilots in this round. We'll see if he can hold it together and make sure that he gets his points. As he goes through the torpedo section, those LEDs blinding him, but him fighting through it. Nice little tap off the ground as he comes through the start finish. That's going to be a nice clean 39-second lap for him. Ignite is going to be in second place, though, coming onto his second lap. Dodging some of the human traffic as he comes around our slalom, chasing down Stinky Fingers. Stinky Fingers not making any mistakes, though. Oh, as I spoke too soon, a little bit of announcer's curse there as he goes into the tunnel. Tiny bit of a crash, though, coming through the torpedo, though. He's looking a lot more smooth, a lot more solid. Looks like he's going to be able to get on to that third lap. There it is. Second lap complete for him in 1 minute and 12 seconds. Pretty solid so far. He's going to try to hit that 4-lap golden mark where he's guaranteeing that he's beating anybody who ends up crashing out. That's going to be the trick here. And it looks like Ignite is going to... yeah, it looks like he's down. May have actually broken a camera lens. Is he going to try to keep flying through that? I think he deserves extra points if he manages to pull that off. An unfortunate turn of events for him. Yeah, and it looks like he's probably going to be done unless he can refocus it here. It looks like he's trying to do that. Mighty Mouse, meanwhile, trying to get through that tube section.
Stinky Fingers, lap 3.
Trying to get those extra laps, but Stinky Fingers already onto his third lap. Doing well for him. And he's just trying to make it around the course, get some of those top-tier points that we saw from round earlier in the round. Oh, yeah, round 1. We are now in round 2. There it is, staying in the air, coming down through the torpedo section. He makes it into the torpedoes, takes a bit of a tumble. Is he going to be able to get onto that last lap? He's got turtle mode. He is. Bouncing around. Is he going to be able to get out? I don't know if he's going to be able to. He's going to get marshaled here. Somebody coming for him. Meanwhile, it looks like Ignite is down for good. We've got basically no video from him, unfortunately. Mighty Mouse making his way around the track. It's theoretically possible he takes the whole thing if his battery will last. We don't know. But a crash from him is going to put him down. Stinky Fingers, meanwhile, is able to get out, and he makes it on to that 4th lap. That's going to be 4 laps. Stinky Fingers is the winner. And it looks like our other pilots are done, so that's going to be it for the race. Congratulations to Stinky Fingers on winning this heat. And meanwhile, Mighty Mouse getting onto that third place. That's actually going to put him into second, so that's going to be more points for him. And that actually was a crucial jump in points for him as he was able to get through to that last lap, so that's going to be it. Good racing, pilots. Oh, it looks like we're down a quad. That is unfortunate. And there was definitely some carnage on that round. All right, so we're going to see some of those extra points coming in. Still not enough to catch up to Leadfingers and Mop Bucket, though. Let's go ahead and look at the pilots that are going to be in this next heat. It's going to be DeBits in the purple/pink, Hornycorn in green, and Trash Biz in white. We've got high yaws from the crowd. What's that? Yeah. There we go. We got pilots gridding up. We're going to be ready for a launch here any moment. Hornycorn on F7 and Trash Biz on E6. Waiting on those thumbs. We've got one so far. Got a little bit of a power cycle going on. We're going to be waiting on those pilots. Let's go ahead and introduce them again, just in case you weren't sure. Needed to show this Hornycorn picture again, because it's a pretty good picture of him. It's one of his better pictures. Alright, looks like we're going to take a little bit of an intermission to let one of our pilots get ready. While that happens, let me tell you a little bit about the format. So we're going to jump on over to our race results. So the way this works, essentially, is that each round you're not just racing against the pilots in your heat. You're trying to set the best time for that round. After the round is complete, we're going to sort all the pilots and find out who was the fastest and give them the same number of points as pilots they beat. So the more pilots you beat, the more points you get. So that's how things work. We're going to kick off this next round. And they're off and away. Looks like Whole Shot's going to go to Hornycorn as he makes his way around the track. There it is. There it is. The Bit's looking good through this course. Trash Biz goes down, unfortunate for him. Oh, so does the Bits. Trash Biz, though, back up, makes it around that slalom nice and smooth through this course. He's looking really good, but another crash from him Gonna let Hornycorn have his way on the track a little bit as he goes through the spiral. He's gonna come around through the tube, up through the torpedoes, and down through the start-finish. That's gonna bring Hornycorn onto his 4th lap now as he completed 3. DeBits, meanwhile, hasn't given up yet. He's making his way around the track, not to be outdone. He's in 3rd place. TrashBiz looking nice and smooth now. He recovered from those mistakes. Now through the slalom.
40_4, lap 4.
And that's going to be it. Hornycorn is our winner. Looks like we got 4 laps from him. He's still going around the course. We'll see if he knows something that we don't, which could be the case. But right now, we're going to assume that Hornycorn is going to take the win there. Ooh! And he ends that one with a resounding thud. It may not be done yet. Almost landed in the sink. There it is. He's going to finish that one out. I believe he may have only done 3 laps. We may have had a false read from him. We will see. But that's going to definitely be it for him now. Good racing from all of our pilots. We're going to go double check those times. Okay, there's Hornycorns. This is correct. What are we looking for? Yeah, DeBits was not getting picked up. There we go. Yeah, you got 4. You got
Okay, I thought so. I was like,
4 and
I see a start 1, 2, 3.
no, there's 4 there. This is oh yeah, you're right. I think you did 3. Okay. No, it's not you. It's the timer. We've never run it on whoops, and it definitely is not shining right now.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
Yeah. That's what I'm like,
Okay.
wait because the timer come up fast.
so yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, because he crashed into the timer leading.
Is that what
All
happened?
whole shot.
Oh, this is all
1,
whole
2,
shot.
3, 4.
Okay, I may have to just manually do that one.
Yeah, because you literally crashed.
Yeah.
You can crash with the timer twice actually. You can do that on lap 2 as well.
Okay, so these were the crashes, and then these were the real laps.
1, 2, this is the lap.
Oh, this is the last also. Okay, that's good. So then these guys, this guy, this guy. Oh, yep. There's that little light. Okay. Go. All right. Oh, already. Leadfinger setting his radio down on top of his quad. He's used to the bigger quads, I think. Sets the... Let's hope that battery's good. All right, we got our pilots working their way back off the course. We're gonna be waiting on 3 thumbs. We got 2 already. Just waiting on 1 from Lead. We got to rock on from Lead. So here we go, pilots, on the high tone. There it is. A nice hole shot from all our pilots. The pack is starting to tighten up just a little bit as the point system sorts our pilots closest to speed. And Bumper gets the hole shot, but it looks like Leadfingers is going to be the first onto his second lap. Nice clean run from him, but Mop Bucket chasing close behind. He's already onto his second lap. Bumper trying to catch up on through the slalom. They're all in the same lap here, but Leadfingers trying to make that not the case as he comes on to his third.
Leadfingers lap 2.
Nice smooth flying from him. Comes around the slalom. Nice smooth loops through the... I don't know, we got to come up with a name for that section. I'm going to call it the gate bridge. Looks like a little bridge made out of gates, but
Bumper lap 3. Leadfingers
looks
lap
like Leadfinger's going to have a nice run there. Already onto his fourth lap. Nice acrobatic maneuvers from him. Comes through the tunnel, going to be the torpedo, and then the last section for him. Looks like we got a 4-second read from Bumper, so we'll pull that off. And it looks like Leadfinger is going to be our winner for heat number 3, round 2. That's going to be pretty maximal points for him yet again, I believe. Meanwhile, Mop Bucket looking really smooth around the track. And it looks like Bumper goes down. It could turn into a bit of a measuring contest depending on where Bumper's at in this. Waiting for some marshalling. Mop Bucket, though, finishing out all his laps. That's going to be 4 laps for Mop Bucket. Solid run from him. Beautiful, beautiful racing. Do we have a bumper? Are you calling it there, Bumper, or are you going to try to fly that out? Oh, I hear some throttle. Oh, he got it flipped. He may be able to finish it out. He's not going to be able to beat any of the pilots in this heat, but he may be able to get a time. Well, if he gets the extra laps, he definitely can beat some of the other pilots in the next rounds who did not finish their races. So nice smooth flying from him. That's going to get him 3 laps. That's going to be critical to making sure that he gets as many points as possible. There it is, coming around the gate bridge. Through the spiral. Nice flying from Bumper, nice and smooth. This is what he knew he had to do. Didn't have the opportunity to do it earlier, but he's getting it now as he finishes out 4 laps, and that's going to be it for him. Nice, solid flying.
Bumper.
And there it is, pilots. Good flying from all. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and marshal that. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's commit these. Yeah, I just want to double check.
Give me a signal.
Yeah.
Give me a signal.
Back on P1, we gotta generate another.
Give me a signal. Show me a sign that there is a love force within you and I. 'Cause all of the love's gone, but I'm gonna try
Let me double check.
to find a way through to you on the other
laps.
Can you get me home? Or will
Yeah, if you got 4 laps both times, I think that'll do it.
before I overload? Back into the
Look
mess
at the
of all our
look at the class summaries.
So can
for
you
each of those.
leave me with the signal? And pull
Got her
me
done.
to where you stand.
Wait, let me double check those.
On the
We're getting double reads.
come into
It's just going well for you.
signal.
Yeah, it goes a long way in this format. I don't. Oh, yeah, yeah. All right, we're just waiting for some of our pilots to get back. We've got the next heat up. Let's go ahead and introduce them. So we're going to have Stinky Fingers, Mighty Mouse, and Engage. All right, we got thumbs from all our pilots. Here we go. And unfortunately, it looks like there's going to be some issues for one of our pilots getting off that launch stand. Too bad for him. Meanwhile, it's going to be Stinky Fingers trying to make his way around the track here. Make sure he gets his points. Laps are a little bit more significant than time in this format, so it's going to be crucial that he actually manages to stay in the air. If he can, he could end up scoring big points on some pilots, even if they're a little bit faster than him. Unfortunately, it looks like he's stuck on the roof there, but Mighty Mouse did manage to get a quad working. So that's going to be a first lap for him. And there it is, Mighty Mouse off and away into the races as he tries to make it through that triangle of death. He does it. We're looking for a quad here. We may have lost it. Oh, I see Stinky Fingers right side up on a table with a Radio Master. There it is. He's going to be able to get back up. Trying to get those points. Mighty Mouse working his way around the track. He's going to try to get that single lap if he can. Meanwhile, Stinky Fingers looking real good through the torpedo section. May have lost a prop. We'll see. Mighty Mouse got himself caught in the tube. Anybody could win this. Now, right now, Stinky Fingers is going to have the advantage. We just do it based on how long it took to get to the gate. So even if Mighty Mouse gets onto that second lap, he's still going to either need to set a third lap or had a little bit of a encounter with a drone there. But basically, he's going to need to get onto that third lap in order to beat him. I don't know if that's going to be able to happen. It's going to be close here. He may be able to get that lap. So if somebody fails to launch in the race, he's going to be able to beat them out. He was able to get the whole shot, so he can be ranked. He's not going to get 0 points. And he's working his way to the start-finish. There it is. He's so close. He broke the plane. I think that's all that's... There it is. He gets onto that lap. And he's going to keep trucking around the course. That quad never says die. At least I've never heard it say die. Oh, but he's losing a little bit of battery power. It's all right. He's not pushing her too hard. He's working his way through the triangle of death. Is it going to get him? He makes it through nice and clean. Around the gate bridge. Into the spiral he goes. And if he completes this lap, he's actually going to get the win on Stinky Fingers. So points are on the line here if he can pull it off. The tunnel's tricky, though. It may prevent him from doing it. Oh, he's losing thrust there. And he makes it work. There it is, through the tunnel. Just got to make it through the torpedo section, but he's caught. Is anyone going to be able to reach him? We've got pilots pulling up chairs. Unfortunate turn of events. Certainly going to add to the time here. We've got work being done. The battery says, I've never known what it's like to quit, as he continues on. Just got to beat the torpedo section. He's so close. Works his way to get a little more altitude. This is going to be a close one. It's a test of the battery. Is it going to survive? He makes it through the torpedo. Just got to get through the start finish. He's down again. So here's the thing about this format. No matter what, it's going to make it a close race. It's going to take into account your consistency. It's going to take into account your speed. And whichever one you've got more of, that's going to determine it. And there it is. We've got the win from Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse managing to complete that second lap, which just barely put him ahead of Stinky Fingers, even though Stinky Fingers was setting some really nice times. We're going to be moving on to our next heat, though. Let's go ahead and look at our results, though. Take a look at where we are at. And there it is. Looks like Mighty Mouse still not beating out Stinky Fingers yet. Let's pull that back up. So Mighty Mouse is now 1 point behind Stinky Fingers. Stinky Fingers gonna be, he's got his work cut out for him. Let's go ahead and look at our next pilots, though. It's gonna be DeBits, Bumper, and Trash Biz. Nice looking heat of pilots as they move out to the line to get their quads on the launch stand. We got some jams. We got some quads. We got a good time. We got plenty of great pilots here. LEDs out the, oh, we could get Crab Rave going. We'll do Crab Rave for final. It's sort of a tradition with Street League. All right, we got pilots making their way back. Here we go, pilots, on the tone. They're all off, nice and clean there. DeBits having a little bit of trouble getting through there, but he's back into the air. Looks like Trash Biz trying to give Bumper the business as he goes up through the torpedo section, trying to get onto that second lap, and it looks like he does. Nice fast lap for Trash Biz at 21.9. Incredible racing from him. Bumper's going to try to round that out. It looks like we got a mislap from him. Go ahead and add that. Well, it looks like Trash Biz is going to go down. That's going to leave the door wide open for Bumper. He's not knocking on it. He's bumping on it as he comes down through the torpedo section. And a nice lap from him that got missed by our timer again. Beautiful.
Bumper, lap 2. Bumper, lap 2. lap 3.
There it is. Bumper's going to be our leader, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. We had some missed laps from him. Meanwhile, the pit's looking nice and smooth. Angle motor, no. He's managed to work his way around that really 3D section of the track.
Lap 4. Winner is
And there it is.
lap 4.
We've got a readout for a winner from Trash Biz. Want to make sure none of those are fake laps.
Lap 4.
Bumper finishing out as well, getting his 4th lap. Oh, he did 5. Okay, okay. Okay, that's what it was. All right, so that round going to go to... Super, super close racing. We're going to go ahead and marshal that. Make sure that our results are correct. Bumper got a little extra lap in there. Hey, Bumper, help me out here for a second. Or someone. This is Bumper's. Got all sorts of shenanigans going on. Oh, I have to... No, we got a bunch. So we got full shot, 1. Oh, what is that?
Oh, they're above the orange line. You gotta move it down below that. That's what.
There's just a really super thin spike. It's just real thin. So is this legit?
Yeah.
I think it is. I think it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just have this one that's... Okay, yep. Wait, what's this one? Yep, that one's BS. It's that slalom, I bet. Yeah. Okay. Did 2 extra. This is... Oh, this is fake. This is... Yeah, this is... Full shot, 1, 2, 3... Nope. No, it's just there is a spike there. It's just so thin you can't see it. Alright. Good. Trash Biz is the other question.
I think I did 5. Like I just didn't actually give up.
Okay, that's probably the right call. That's definitely the right call. There we go. Alright. What's that?
Oh yeah, so we got. You're getting false triggers.
I'm adjusting the gains, but I can't. Some of the spikes are equivalent to each other, regardless of whether or not it was an actual pass or not. Like people coming around the slalom, it sometimes gives me just as high a spike as when they go through the top. And it's because it's on the other side. The problem is, so the timer you have, no, we want it far from us. They come around that flag that's right next to the table. See? No, it's not as directional as yours. That's what's fighting. Should have our next heat coming up here shortly. This heat's going to be Leadfingers, Hornycorn, and Mop Bucket. These are our highest ranked pilots so far. The flowy main. I'm all about it. I'm in it for the flowy main. I don't know about you guys. Alright, looks like we've got all the thumbs we need. Here we go, pilots. On the tone. Oh, that pit switch tricked me. Alright, here we go. And they're off and away. Looks like Leadfingers is going to be our leader through the tube, up through the torpedo section. He gets buzzed by one of our other pilots. Makes it onto his second lap, completing his first just fine with a 22.7 second lap. That's pretty fast. Meanwhile, he's going to be followed closely behind by Hornycorn, then Mop Bucket. And unfortunately, it looks like we're going to lose Mop Bucket there as Hornycorn goes down and around the spiral. Meanwhile, Leadfingers already making it onto his third lap.
Mop Bucket, lap 1.
And looks like a false read from Mop Bucket may be the case. We'll check it after the fact. And it looks like Hornycorn's going to be upside down right now. Man, Leadfinger's just on that pace. He's making sure that nobody can mess with him right now. His times are pretty solid and his completion rate is high, and that's what this format's all about. He's going to make it through the gate bridge, come around the spiral, on through the tube, and through the torpedoes, and that's going to be a win for Leadfingers, doing it with some flair as he brings on 4 laps with no issue. He's going to be followed by Hornycorn. There it is. Say hello to your announcers and your race winner. Nice little swirly view there from Leadfingers. Meanwhile, it's going to be Hornycorn coming on to his next lap. Let's go ahead and add that for him.
Horny_form, lap 3.
There it is. Hornycorn trying to finish it out. Finish up that 4th lap. Looks like Mop Bucket also on his 3rd lap, though. He's no slouch either. We got a little bit of a race between the two of them as he manages to just phase through the gate bridge. And it looks like Hornycorn finishes out his 4th lap. That's going to be a 2nd place for him. Doing real good in the points. Mop Bucket, full speed. And an awesome finish from him. That was 5. Good racing to all of our pilots. That's going to be it for heat number 3, round 3. So round 3 is now complete. We're going to get to see the results here in a moment. I'm going to do some marshalling while that goes on. Looks like Mop Buckets may not have been correct, so we may get a little bit of an update here. Yeah, there we go. So after that update, what are we going to have? We're going to have Leadfingers still in the lead. He's going to have 25 points. Mop Bucket sitting in 2nd place right there. Actually, it looks like Mop Bucket may have... we've got an extra lap for him. Let's go ahead and fix that. All right. There we go. So Leadfinger's in the lead. He's got 26. Bumper in 2nd place. He's got 18. Followed closely. We got a 3-way tie for 3rd here. We've got Mop Bucket. I'm going to go ahead and let the pilots know. Yeah. Yeah, I marshaled. All right, so it looks like we've got quite a race here. We've got Leadfingers in the lead with 26 points. Pretty much untouchable so far. Bumper sitting not very comfortably in 2nd place with 18 points, but this is where things get pretty wild. 3rd place is a 3-way tie between Mop Bucket, Hornycorn, and DeBits with 17 points. Trash Biz, though, not far behind. He's got 16 points. He's only 1 point back from joining that three-way tie club. Some pretty incredible close racing here. This is going to get interesting as we move on to the next round. We're going to get that set up for you guys, and we'll let you know heats in a moment.
Times are right last time. I think I had 5 laps.
I fixed it. Mop buckets times, right? Yeah, I fixed it. It wasn't reading you correctly at first, but I went and marshaled it. Oh, the 42. Where is this? Oh. I would expect to see something here. You did get 5 laps, though. This I removed automatically. This is the 5th one. This one is legit? Yeah. Yeah, so I need it to only count 4, because it's first 1 to 4 laps is the format. But yeah, I did pick everything up. So yeah, this is different. I imagine you're used to doing most laps, right? 2 minutes? That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. I don't trust this for real time, but looking back at the data, you can usually tell pretty clearly what happened. So like, lead fingers, I guess, is not super spiky, but and then there's yours. Horny corns were a little all over the place. It's that slalom. You see every time they hit the slalom. Oh, you're right. That's not legit. Oh, this one's BS. Good catch. Oh, that was the manual one that I added. That's what that is. Okay, so let's recalculate. RSS high draw. Alright, so let's see. This guy, BS. This guy also BS. This is next real one. And I'm assuming this is no good. This is no good. That. So I guess we're gonna do it. There we go. That's better. Okay, I think we need to better than that. Let's see if that changes our... No, because he still got 4 laps. Did he beat you, though? This is overall. Where did Bumper go? Oh, it was horny corny. Okay. Let's see, that was a 125.5. Oh, it wouldn't change anything because the only thing that matters is the total race time. So it doesn't matter where any of the laps are in between, so long as you capture the last lap. Yours was 9. Yeah, so you did beat him in points there. Let's see. You got 4 points, he got 3 points, and that's what put you guys in the tie. Pull up fastest laps, too. That was a manual. Yeah, I think that was.
Where'd you go? 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 Where'd you go?
All right, we'll be right back as we get our pilots ready for round number 4.
Give me a signal. Give me a signal. Oh, give me a signal. Show me a sign that there is a life force within you and I. 'Cause all of the love's gone, but I'm gonna try to find a way through to you on the other side. Just give me a signal. Give me a signal. wake up.
Yeah. I wonder. I don't know if this can pick us both up, but it's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. All right, there we go. So we got Lead Fingers here in a really cool jersey.
The best jersey.
It's a really cool jersey. I don't know whose jersey that is, but he must be kind of slow if you're
The very rare self-burn.
Yes, I'm full of those. All right, it looks like we've actually already got our next set of pilots up here.
All right, boys, look at the thumbs. We got a Mighty Mouse thumb. I said that name wrong. And a Dub It's thumb. We're ready to go.
Here we go, pilots. And they're off and away. Looks like Whole Shot's going to go to Dub Bits. Emphasis on the duh. Meanwhile, so it looks like we got the Bits in first place right now, going through the tube. Mighty Mouse going to be in second place.
So Mighty Mouse is a new pilot, so he's struggling with this course a little bit, but the fact that he's making around laps is a huge achievement. I've flown in here with the Tiny Hawk before, and it's rough.
Yeah, absolutely. And the format kind of plays to that a little bit. He needs to make sure that he just gets the laps. So even if he's new, if he's getting around the course, that's what's going to matter. You can actually see DeBits there kind of blasting through where he was.
Check this. I changed Mighty Mouse's camera angle last heat because I have that quad. I know exactly what your camera angle really should be. And look how much smoother he's flying this round.
Much better. That, it's those little things that, as an experienced pilot, bringing that to the pilots that are just getting into it, it really makes a difference. It makes that journey a lot easier.
Yeah. I remember it took me 3 months to figure out how to change my VTX channel. And as soon as I did, I said, okay, I'm ready to fly with other people. And Jay Rice showed up in the park.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, why don't you come fly at TOG?
I mean, that's kind of what it's all about. There's nothing to do if there isn't a community, right? You could go do some flippy floppies in a field, but you want to enjoy that with your friends, and that's kind of what we're all about. Man,
Mighty Mouse is killing it. This is by far his best race. Oh, come on, keep it up, keep it up. You got it, bud.
some awesome flying from Dub Bits.
Dub Bits wants to make that be heat.
I believe that may have been his 4th lap, unless he legitimately had a 47-second. Oh, he may have, because he had a crash. There it is. That's going to be it for him. 4 for certain for Dub Bits. He's going to be the winner of this heat. Now, this is supposed to be our slowest group of pilots, but honestly, not very slow. They're doing a great job for themselves as they make it around the course here, especially Mighty Mouse for being a newer pilot, getting into this, doing a really great job navigating the course. Looks like looking for that triangle of death I've been calling it.
Especially in angle mode, this track is not set up for angle mode. It's significantly harder.
Those dives. Diving is something that's difficult in quadcopters just normally, but then you add into it, quads with a little bit less thrust, a little bit less maneuverability, like a Tiny Whoop. It can get really tricky. Also, I feel like on Tiny Whoops, everything happens a lot quicker, right? So you have less time to react. So like you get a pretty great example of that on the stream here as Mighty Mouse goes down and wasn't able to save that one. Luckily, we got a Marshal here to help him out.
On this tunnel, I really hesitated to put a tunnel in this track today because tunnels are really hard. Like, it's like doing a carousel on a 5-inch quad. It's like the most difficult thing on the course.
Absolutely.
But so I put that one in just because it flowed nice, and unfortunately, Mighty Mouse is having a rough time with it.
You have to sit here and watch the consequences of your actions as a track designer.
Well, it's not the consequences of my own actions.
That's all right. I think he's gonna be able to get it here. I think he's got it.
That battery's low. I don't know if that quad has the power to get up that high. Let's go, bud.
Oh, he's got it.
He's got it.
He
He's got
loves it. This is about to be the easiest thing that Mighty Mouse has ever done is he nails the tube section.
There's a rope right at this. If you go straight out of that thing, there's an invisible rope. I don't know how he missed it.
Oh my goodness. And there it is through the first section of the torpedo gate. Coming to the dive portion. He's just going to slide it on in there beautifully. And it's going to be 3 laps so far for Mighty Mouse as he comes through our timer. It's turning into a beautiful run for him. Now, remember that if he gets that 4th lap, he's going to beat every pilot that ends up crashing out this round. And that's going to be a pretty big deal.
Oh, the battery's dead. Battery's
Oh,
dead.
no, and his battery says no. Right on the beat of the song. Give it up for Mighty Mouse. Good racing, pilots.
Yeah, dude, that was sick.
All right. And there you can see our times here for our pilots. Bits finishing it out with a 2:01. Fastest lap of 17.6. That's a pretty fast run from him. We're going to see those points in round 4 start to stack up. So far, just Bits and Mighty Mouse. Doesn't look like that's going to move either of them up. And next up is going to be Hornycorn and Trash Biz. So we're going to be looking at Hornycorn on E2, Trash Biz on F7. They're our next pilots here in heat number 2, round 4. Oh, sick.
Give me a signal. Give me a signal. Oh, give me a signal. Show me a sign that there is a love force within you and I. 'Cause all of the love's gone, but I'm gonna try to find a way through to you on the other side. Just give me a signal. Can you get me home? Or will you lead me to another place before I overload? Back into the mess of all our broken ways. So can you lead me with
Right.
that signal and pull me to where you stand?
We got
Or
one
is this
up.
feeling on the brink of coming to the end? Just
And they're off and away. Hornycorn and Trash Biz going at it. Looks like Trash Biz gonna have the lead here, trying to recover from some unfortunate situations that he was in before. I think he can make it into that top 4 here. He's got the lap times for it. He's got a really smooth way of flying. Oh, and the
We got a pilot interference.
we had a little bit of interference on that one from Hornycorn. Crashed out, went to go get his quad. Found himself in front of the start finish.
The quad is stuck inside. Yo, can you go to that?
Yeah. Okay. We got all sorts of shenanigans going on right now. You can see there the view of trying to get a quad down. Meanwhile, we got Trash Biz back in the air and back down again and back up again. coming through the gate bridge. We're just reading laps galore for Hornycorn. Gonna delete those. Meanwhile, Trash Biz unbothered, absolutely tearing through this course. Looks like that's going to be his third lap, finishing out the fourth right now.
Except for the one face punch. He did face punch Hornycorn while Hornycorn was trying to get his squad.
I think Hornycorn deserved a face punch in that case.
I think he might have deserved that.
And he earned it, and by he, I actually mean Trash Biz for winning it. That's going to be his fourth and final lap. He's going to finish out the fifth just because.
Combine all those to get Horny's time. It was like a minute 43 for his first lap.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. We're just going to have to go. Not sure if he actually just went through or not. Oh, and Hornycorn goes down. Meanwhile, Trash Biz is going to be our winner, even though our timer really doesn't want to believe that.
22, 32, 20. Yep, that sounds good. So you have that one crash where you hit.
Yeah. I did not. Oh. Did I? Wait. What just happened?
This is Hornycorn. You changed it to me somehow.
I don't know how that happened. That's real bad. What?
Yeah, look, this is bumper now too. Yeah, you decide. Hold on, we have
All right. Looks like we got our pilots. We got thumbs. Here we go, pilots, on the tone. Oh no, and it looks like we're gonna lose lead fingers on that one.
Mop bucket, lap 1. Bumper, lap 2.
And it looks like a broken blade is gonna be the end of lead fingers' reign here. First time not getting 4 laps. Bumper trying to catch up, trying to capitalize on that. It looks like he already has, as he did manage to make 1 lap. So now it's gonna be up to Mop Bucket. See if he can capitalize on those points. There's going to be some big moves here in this round, pilots. Mop Bucket looking nice and smooth through the gate bridge. Oh, hits the invisible wire. Barely manages to save it. Awesome recovery from him. Meanwhile, it looks like Bumper's down. Is he out? We're not sure yet. He's trying to get that drone working. Mop Bucket just skimming the torpedo perfectly as he comes around onto his 4th lap, finishing his 3rd. Nice smooth flying from him. He's going to try to make sure that he capitalizes on that lead fingers unfortunateness. Lead fingers, meanwhile, trying to change a prop out before the round is done. And there he is. He's up in the air, already back on the track. He may be able to salvage those 4 laps, but it's going to be a slow time from him. And it looks like a motor wire broke in mid-air for Bumper. Maybe we'll
Lead fingers, lap 1.
have to send our condolences to him, as he's only going to get 1 lap. But looks like Mop Bucket finishing out his run. We may have missed that last lap. I'm going
Mop bucket, lap
to go ahead
2.
and add that.
Winner is Mop bucket.
But that's it. Mop Bucket is going to win heat number 3, the fastest group of pilots, or at least the group of pilots with the most points right now. Yeah, definitely missed you on the very last one. I was reading you up until then, so I was like, oh, fine, I can ignore it. Leadfinger's putting in the work, trying to get that 4th lap. He's got 3 so far. He's going to be able to recover that, so he's not going to get beaten out by the other pilots who crashed out or otherwise. Although he may, actually. He's probably going to finish last place relative to all the pilots that got 4 laps. But that's going to be 4 laps for him. Finishing out pretty strong after the mistake, so good strong head game from him. Oh my gosh. I love it. The mind games did not affect Leadfingers, but Mop Bucket was still able to come away with the win there. Coming in with a 206. Gonna save those laps. And that's gonna put us into round number 5. Let's go ahead and show our scoreboard overall. Leadfingers still hanging on to the lead by 6 points. But we have a big move from Trash Biz as he is now in 2nd place. Yep. So, Trash Biz, while making some big moves, did not move into second. It looks like it's going to be Leadfinger still in first place, only ahead by 5 points. Trash Biz in third place, but only by 2 points. So all he has to do is beat Mop Bucket twice. We should have 2 rounds left here, so we'll see what happens. So there's still some moves to be made here. We've got a tie for 4th place between Bumper and Hornycorn. They're battling it out. And meanwhile, the Bits is still in that battle. He could make some moves. And then even a tie for 7th right now. It's a very close race at the moment. We'll see how this pans out as we go into the next rounds. I'm going to leave you guys with a little bit of promo while we create our next heats. And we'll be kicking it off shortly.
Give me a signal. Give me a signal. Oh, give me a signal. Show me a sign that there is a life force within you and I. 'Cause all of the love's gone, but I'm gonna try to find a way through to you on the other side. Just give me a signal. Can you get me home? Or will you lead me to another place before I overload? Back into the mess of all our broken ways. So can you feed me with that signal and pull me to where you stand? Or is this feeling on the brink of coming to the end? Just give me a signal.
Hey, who's out right now? Okay. Whenever you're ready.
Where'd you go? 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 Give me a signal. Give me a signal. Oh, give me a signal. Show me a sign that there is a life force within you and I. 'Cause all of the love's gone, but I'm gonna try to find a way through to you on the other side. Just give me a signal. Can you get me home? Or will you lead me to another place before I overload? Back into the mess of all our broken ways. So can you feed me with that signal and pull me to where you stand? Or is this feeling on the brink of coming to the end? Just give me a signal.
There we go. Should have it. Correct. I see. Next. There we go. That's our action. Next. Right now, things that were pain points here. Oh yeah. It's the same.
Where'd you go?
We got our thumb. Okay, jump into this next. Need to go pilots. So Off the rip, it looks like it's going to be Bumper in the lead.
Horny_corn, lap 1.
Oh, and it's momentary lights out for him. Looks like he's still got a quad somewhere. We're not sure where. Turtle mode working out well for him. Whoops have sure come a long way. Oh, little
Horny_corn, lap 2.
clip from him. He was in angle mode and didn't realize it. Still flying pretty great though, all things considered.
Bumper, lap 1.
And meanwhile, Hornycorn is going to be rounding out that top spot. He's going to be sitting in first place pretty comfortably, cruising around that track. Make sure he gets his laps in, making sure to minimize mistakes. It's going to be a pretty big difference here. He's already got some decent points on the board for himself. He's sitting in 5th. He's trying to get into that top 4, though. We'll see if he's able to do it. He's trying to beat out Bumper, actually. So these two are the bubble for our top 4. And actually, they are both tied. So this just in, the winner of this round between Bumper and Hornycorn
Horny_corn.
is going to finals, and it looks like that is going to be Hornycorn. Congratulations. I believe you're going to finals. We'll double check the laps after this. If you believe you've got more, keep flying them. There it is. That's certainly 4 laps for Hornycorn. He's doing a little victory lap here at this point, I'm pretty sure. Bumper finishing out his 4th. And that's going to be it for him. I'm pretty sure Hornycorn was done several laps ago.
Horny_corn.
Although it's entirely possible that DeBits set a time that could bump him 2 spots. So this entire heat is just the bubble heat. That's what it is. So we will see how this pans out.
Horny_corn. Horny_corn.
Alright, so it looks like we had Bumper there with a 132.1. And so many laps from Hornycorn. So many laps. He just kept flying. Oh my gosh. He was just flexing. We're looking at his laps and there's so many. I've got to show this. So, we got our RSSI graph here. Showed a little bit of behind the scenes. Hornycorn just so many excessive lappage is what we call that. That's a good time. Let's see. Make sure our launch cam is working. Looks like we may have frozen it up. There we go. Beautiful view. Alright, and last bit to check, we're going to be checking the bits. So, I have basically no RSSI from the bits. This is his, but it looks super. I mean, if maybe it's these. It's got to be these. I think your power is super low, but we can probably pull something up. off, but I think your whoop is definitely low on power. Oh, really? Okay. I'm almost certain that it's not too high. I'm almost certain. Yeah. 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 Okay. I guess we can time you. It just won't be in real time. Yeah. I think we have enough here. Yeah, your video was great, which was funny.
Give me a signal. Give me a signal. Oh, give me a signal. Show me a sign that there is a life force within you and I. 'Cause all of the love's gone, but I'm gonna try to find a way through to you on the other side. Just give me a signal. Can you get me home? Or will you lead me to another place before I overload? Back into the mess of all our broken ways. So can you feed me with the signal and pull me to where you stand? Or is this feeling on the brink of coming to the end? Just give me a signal.
Alright, I think we got two thumbs. We're waiting on others here. Okay. Alright, here we go, pilot. Two thumbs. There it is. They're off and away. Looks like we may have a little bit of sketch. Okay, we got a fake lap for one of our pilots. We'll do all the timing retroactively on this one if it ends up being that way. But in the meantime, it looks like we've got Leadfingers in the lead, hauling through the torpedo section. Ooh, nice line he takes there through the start-finish. 15.7 second lap for his first lap. Absolutely hauling. Trashbiz doing his best to catch up, but right now it looks like it's going to be Mop Bucket trying to take the role of catching Leadfingers here. Leadfinger's just looking so good. Another 16.7 lap for him. And Leadfingers goes down. This could be a pretty big upset. See if anyone's able to catch him. It looks like Trash Biz is down. He's not able. Oh, he is able to get up. He's finally back up. Still in second place, it seems, though Mop Bucket may have a missed lap. Oh my gosh, the head-to-head racing as we see Mop Bucket get to watch the crash there. Trash Biz pushing super hard. You're done, Lead. He's just having fun at this point. Leadfinger's on that victory lap. That's going to be the win for him in 112. Meanwhile, Mop Bucket and Trash Biz going at it. And a beautiful run from him. It looks like Trash Biz finishing out. Mop Bucket appears to be done. And that's it. Your winner for Heat 2 is going to be Leadfingers. Great flying pilots. Oh, we missed a couple laps for you. We can get him back, though. All right, this one is good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't need that fifth. Dude, he was on a different level. All right, so let's take a look at Mop Bucket, who has we got some recalculating to do for him.
That's the first real lap.
Yeah. Oh, this is the first real one. Okay, and then this was whole shot. So that's what we're getting rid of, and then we have our. There we go. All right, so it looks like Mop Bucket was going to be done there in minute 42. And Trash Biz finished in a minute 45. Not confident about that. I think he did 5. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so Trash Biz finishing in minute 46. They were within 1 second of each other. Mop Bucket and Trash Biz. Mop Bucket and Trash Biz were super close. Very, very close racing. All right, that's going to be it. So we are going to be moving into our finals. Let's go ahead and bring up the race scoreboard. So this is how this is going to work for those of you that are new to Street League. We're going to be taking our top 4, and we're going to be racing them 3 times. The first race, the last place pilot gets knocked out, and he's going to get 4th for the event. We're going to race again. The last place pilot is going to get knocked out again, and he's going to get 3rd for the event. And that is going to culminate in our finale, which is a 1v1 versus our top 2 pilots. And we actually have some really interesting things to note here. Our current 3rd place pilot, Hornycorn and Trash Biz, are tied right now. That's how close this is. It's been a super competitive race. Leadfingers has a little bit of a gap, but it's never too late to throw it away. We'll see if he can pull that off. Anything could happen here. Anything could happen. channels?
Add F2 for trash case.
Okay, F2. What else?
No, all the same. Just add F2.
Oh, just add F2.
Yeah.
Damn it. What was our first one then? It was E
E2,
something.
F7, E6, F2. Forget what file. Let's just run race band like civilized people.
I mean, these channels are better.
Oh, yeah, they're technically a little bit farther, right?
Technically a little. Yeah. So check this out. This is kind of fun. I can't automate it, which is sad, but I can. Isn't that really sick? This is our course for you guys. I'm just gonna keep that up. It's a really nice camera. It was like 40 bucks too. Like not bad. I think it was 40. Maybe it was. No, it was more than that. It was more than that. No, no, it's not in the hundreds. Yeah. Yeah, it's a really nice camera. I just wish I could automate it. All right, let's create some heats. Yeah. Okay, I'm downloading everything before we kick this off. Okay, we could do that. Well, no, because now somebody can lose who otherwise had just secured a spot. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll let them do the road race off. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get T-Dog to build me one of those legendary whoops. You know? What's that?
I said you'd kill it because it's Acro now. It's not like that gay whoop racing that we used to do.
Yeah, not like back in the day.
No, it's not.
Huh. Oh, I don't. Oh, okay. Sorry. I haven't updated the timing to do F4. Yeah, go to F4. Okay, so I have E2, F7, E6, F4, right? 2. I can do this. I promise. There we go. F2. Should be updated. There we go. All right, we got our heats created. All right. Hopefully our pilots are ready. Oh, video's not great. All right. All right, a little bit of a failure to launch here. I'll read the channels again, just in case anyone's wondering. So we've got Lead Fingers on E2, Mop Bucket on F7, Hornycorn E6, Trash Biz F7. Yeah, it's just getting intercepted. I love it. All right. It looks like we've got all of our pilots. We're going to kick this off. 4 thumbs, pilots. Here we go. On the tone in less than 5. And they're off and away. A tight pack between all of them. We'll see if the video holds out here as we're going 4 up now. Some great racing from all of our pilots here.
Lead Fingers, lap 1. Lead Fingers, lap 1. Mop Bucket, lap 1. Mop Bucket, lap 1. Horny underscore form, lap 1. Horny underscore form, lap 1.
An absolute battle here. Looks like we've got Lead Fingers in the lead, though.
Lead Fingers, lap 2. Mop Bucket, lap 2.
Oh no. Oh no, someone power
And
cycle that whoop.
Lead Fingers is down. He needs a whoop power cycle. Unfortunate turn of events for him.
TRSS, lap
Oh no.
Mop Bucket, lap 3. TRASHBISS, lap 3.
Oh, and it looks like Lead Fingers is down. And it looks like Mop Bucket is our winner. We're going to confirm in the data, but right now it looks like we did not get laps from Hornycorn. So we're going to go back and see who got last, and they will be getting dropped. Had a couple technical difficulties with some of our overlays there. And some freestyle from Trash Biz. That's going to leave Lead Fingers
Broke my camera.
with a broken camera and a broken heart as he is going to be finishing out the event in 4th place. Not bad. Surely not the hopes that he had, though, considering his times.
TRASHBISS.
I got to go back.
Who's got a whoop?
Okay, I have Lead Fingers with 2 laps. Mop Bucket with 4. Oh, this one's disgusting. Yeah, Horny Crash. You beat Horny. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we're going back through the data. We'll go ahead and show this. It looks like we had a couple missed reads from some of our pilots. This was our manual lap. We don't need that. There we go. We're gonna commit that. Looks like we're gonna have Lead Fingers finishing out 2 laps. Mop Bucket finishing out 4 laps in 85 seconds. However, Hornycorn crashed out even earlier than Leadfingers, so Leadfingers is not going to get that one, or is going to live to fight another day. He's currently frantically looking for a whoop. And Trash Biz finishing out his 4 laps cleanly. So that's going to be it for that round. Go ahead and show you our beautiful course yet again. See all that goes into this wonderful facility. So this is Fullsend FPV. This is a whoop and tiny quad shop. They sell parts online as well. And they don't only just sell whoop parts, they sell all sorts of different parts. They've got some parts necessary for building even some of the bigger quads up to 7-inch, which is what Street League is a little more accustomed to. But they've got it all here, so definitely check out Fullsend. Got an awesome website, an awesome staff, and they've been as gracious as to let us host our race here. So you can see here in the background we've got Leadfingers desperately looking for something to make a working whoop. He's got a radio being loaned to him from the bits. And this is what it's all about. This is the community that is drone racing, is helping each other out, making sure that everyone gets to fly, making sure everyone gets to enjoy the experience of FPV. But sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes you go all day absolutely crushing the leaderboard. Let's go look at the leaderboard that we had so far. You can see in each of these rounds, Leadfinger rounding out the maximum amount of points. Except for round 4. It looks like he's ready though. And we're gonna have the next heat up. We got round number 2 of finals is ready. We lost Hornycorn on that one. It's gonna be Leadfingers, Trash Biz, and Mop Bucket. So at this point, these are our next pilots. We've lost Hornycorn. We're going to be looking at the yellow, red, and white of Leadfingers, Mop Bucket, and Trash Biz. No channel changes. Yep. We still have same channel, so E2 for Leadfingers, F7 for Mop Bucket, F2 for Trash Biz. All right. We've got pilots making their way. Leadfingers is going to be going against all odds. Different whoop. Are you on different rates?
No,
He's got his rates. He's at least got that. All right, let's go ahead and get you guys that launch cam. All right. Waiting on thumbs up. We got 1, we got 2, we got 3. Here we go, pilots, on the tone. Off and away. 3 laps from everybody. Leadfingers looking nice on that new quad. Is he going to be able to catch up to Trash Biz? He makes the pass. Leadfingers has the best video of them all right now, actually. Trash Biz chasing, though. Mop Bucket with a little bit of a mistake from earlier, I believe. And that backup quad is not doing what Leadfingers needs as he tries to go through the tunnel, but it looks like he's going to get passed by Trash Biz, now in the first place position. But really all that matters is not getting knocked out at this point. So Mop Bucket looking to be on that bubble. Is he going to be able to survive to fight another day? Right now it looks like Trash Biz and Leadfingers in the first and second position. Trash Biz just trying to get it over with as quick as possible. Already on to his fourth lap, completing his third lap in a 1:01. Nice fast run from his. And it looks like Mop Bucket goes down. He's going to get marshaled by one of our fellow pilots. Leadfingers, meanwhile, trying to finish out that last lap. Trash Biz is going to beat him to it. He's going to get the fourth lap there, and first place. Leadfingers survives to make it to the top 2 of finals. And that's all she wrote for Mop Bucket, unfortunately, but awesome racing from him, finishing out the night in third place overall. Got some celebration from Leadfingers, relieved to stay alive and have an opportunity to fight for first still. Some really amazing racing from all of our pilots. Really awesome effort. Top 3, though, overall. You can't be too disappointed regardless of where you finish out in this heat. That's podium for sure. That's going to be all she wrote for round number 2 of finals. Trash Biz taking home the W. Leadfingers surviving with the quad he's not used to. He seems unstoppable right now. Some solid times from him. All right. So now at this point, we are looking for our winner. Trash Biz going against all odds here, trying to take down Leadfingers. Leadfingers going against some odds too, surviving when maybe he wouldn't have otherwise had the opportunities. Got his fellow pilots keeping him flying. Yeah, I think you just became every other pilot's least favorite pilot for keeping him in the game. But that's what it's all about. Yeah, you like stirring the pot. I love it. This is going to be quite a heat to watch. All right, we got one thumb from one pilot so far. We got 2 thumbs from Lead. This is going to decide it all. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. They're off and away. We got our first reads from both of our pilots. And it looks like Leadfingers has a little mistake on the course. That's going to let Trash Biz take advantage. Already going down through the torpedo section, through our finish gate. Leadfingers on a tear, trying to chase him down. We'll see who can handle the pressure. Right now, it looks like it's going to be Trash Biz coming through the tube tunnel into the torpedo, and a crash from Leadfingers, and he goes down. That's going to let Trash Biz get onto his third lap cleanly. Looking nice and smooth. Is he going to take it away from Leadfingers? Leadfingers was hanging on to this race by a thread, and it seems as though that thread has frayed and snapped as he is still on his second lap. Meanwhile, Trash Biz on his 4th lap, Leadfinger's having all of the issues you could imagine during a heat, and it looks like Trash Biz is going to run away from it. The underdog goes down. What? Oh, this could get interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, it looks like Leadfinger's camera is tilted. The camera is tilted to the right. And that's going to be Trash Biz for the win, stealing it away from Leadfingers. Leadfingers thought he had it, but the technical difficulties got to him in the end. Hate to see you go, but loved watching you race the entire time. And ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our winner, our first Tiny Whoop Street League winner, Trash Biz. Woo! Good racing, all pilots. And that is going to conclude it. We're going to go ahead and get some podium pictures here in a moment. But stick around for that. We're going to run a promo real quick before we award our champions.
Give me a signal. Give me a signal. Oh, give
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here at Street League Fullsend. Fullsend hosting this wonderful venue that you see before you. And Street League being the spec racing league. And we figured we'd get a little practice in with the whoops. So it's been a great time. It's been a great stream. Thank you for joining us. And we will catch you next time.
TRISHVISS. TRISHVISS. TRISHVISS.